The first school I ever got into was called Clarkson University in Ohio. No, it's not in Ohio, it's in New York. Yeah, the first school I ever got into was Clarkson University in New York, Potsdam, New York. That was the first school I ever got into. And I'm telling you this story so that hopefully when you're applying, like you learn a lot from my experience, okay? So that's the reason why I'm telling this story. Maybe you have the dream of studying in the USA and you have gotten into a school, you don't know how to proceed. I think hopefully this video is going to help you a lot, okay? So I got into Clarkson University, and prior to getting into Clarkson University, I had applied to a lot of schools: Stanford, Yale, Dartmouth, and all these schools rejected me. And so, yeah. And so, one thing about college application is that you don't have to give up. Like, that is your dream over there waiting for you. And so, you have to push to your dream, okay? Yeah, you have to push. You don't have to give up, because if you give up, there is no way you're going to get to your dream. And so if this school rejects you, you move on to another school, because there are a lot of schools, thousands of schools in the USA, more than 3,000 universities and colleges in the USA. And so if this school rejects you, you move on to another school and apply. And so that is what I was doing. So in my entire life, I have applied to more than 60 schools, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. It could be more. It could be more than 60, because every year I try to apply more than 20, and all the 20 sometimes reject me. Sometimes they get me, or they get me into these schools, but the scholarships is not enough, so I had to move on to another school. And so it's been a hectic one, but I didn't give up. And so you don't have to give up on your dream of studying in the USA. So when these schools rejected me, I felt sad. When they send these messages, it's very painful. Oh, I'm sorry, there are many people who apply. We have gotten the highest number of application in our history. Like, they are trying to make you feel better, that it's nothing, like we need you. Like, yeah, that is what they say. But actually, these messages make you feel very sad. And so that was what happened to me. I was very sad. But one day I got a message from Clarkson that you have been admitted, and that time it was, I think, class of 2025. You have been admitted to the class of 2025, and I was absolutely happy, because obviously that was my first school I ever got accepted into. And so when you get into your first school, you are very excited, even if the scholarship package is not in. Like, you don't care, like you are in this high spirits, like you have gotten your first school. And so that was me. I was very happy when I saw that message. I'm finally going to be in the USA. My dream is going to come true. So I was very happy. I was very, very excited. Nothing can describe how excited I was. Like, I was very excited, even, but I didn't know that getting into a school was just the first step. It was the initial step. After you get into a school, there is more to that. I always say this, that getting into a school, just getting into a school in the USA is very easy, but getting the scholarship is the difficult part. You can get a school, like you can just apply to any school and get it. Like, it's very easy. Like, yeah, you sometimes you don't expect you to get into a school, but you're going to get into that school. But after that school, the next thing you have to focus on is to get in the scholarship. And sometimes you even apply the scholarship immediately after you apply the school, even if the decisions are not in. So the scholarship is very, like, difficult, but I didn't care when I got into Clarkson, because that was my first school, obviously. And so I think 3 days later, my scholarship package was in, and they gave me a scholarship of 39,000, but I still had to pay 35,000. And so the scholarship, I think, is not important. The deficit, the amount left to pay, is the important thing, because that is what you have to pay. And so it was too much for me. And one thing I did was that I reached out to the school. I told them that the money I can't pay, so if there are ways we can work things out, where I can, like, you can give me more scholarship. I'm a very talented student, this, that. But I said, unfortunately, they don't have much funds to give out more scholarships. And so I had to pay 35,000 US dollars per year, which is around 350,000 Ghana cedis, which is too much, like more than 315,000 Ghana cedis. How am I going to get this money to pay school fees alone for 1 year? It is very expensive. And so, but they gave me some links to some external companies that I should apply for scholarships. Some companies are going to help me. But trust me, this is how I feel. These scholarships are very difficult to come by, especially as an international student. And if you are not here, you're in another country trying to come here. It is very difficult. If you are here, it is a little bit okay, but if you are in another country, that is what I think. That is my opinion, though. And so I tried and it didn't work, and so I had to move on to another school. The fact that you have gotten into a school doesn't mean stop applying, stick to that school. No, you don't have to stick to another school. Be flexible in your college application process. Like, if you this school doesn't pick you, or even if they pick you and they don't give you mass scholarship, you are free to move to another school. Don't pay your deposits and stuff and you get stuck and you don't know what to do. If you think you can't do it, like, leave the school, go to another school and apply. It's very difficult, it's very hectic, like it eats a lot of time, like it takes a lot of hard work and commitment. Sometimes you'll be stressed, you'll be depressed, and schools are also rejecting you. It's a whole lot, like mental stress and other things. It's very difficult. But if you are determined to get to your dream, or if you are determined to do that, you are surely going to do that. It's very difficult, trust me. And so, but if you are determined, it becomes easier. You understand? And so, yeah, that is that. And so you reach out to the school whenever you get to school and the scholarship is too low. Reach out to the school, email the school, tell them that you need more scholarships, and they are going to hopefully provide you with some scholarship. But there are schools where I got into that when I reached out to them, they added some scholarship, but still it was not enough. So I had to move on to another school. And so that's what you should be doing. Be flexible in your college application. Number one, reach out to the school after you get admission and you think they don't have enough scholarship. They may get you more scholarships. Number two, be flexible in your college application. That is your dream over there. And number three, don't give up. Don't give up on your dream. Just keep on applying. Keep on. And after you get to school, that is not the end. The most important thing is, after you get to school, is ask yourself, can you pay the school fees? Can you pay the total cost of attendance? If you can't pay, how am I going to pay? You understand? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. If you still can't pay, you move on to another school and apply. Okay, so hopefully this video helps. If you have any question on what I just asked, or what I just on this video, you let me know. Okay, thank you very much and have a wonderful day.